Yeah, what up? It's your boy Monster God, aka God's Wrath, here with another Destiny 2 video. Anyway, sorry if I'm talking so low. People are sleeping right now. But I basically want to let you know exactly what's to come, which a lot of people have probably already made videos about this, but I just decided to do it myself. Well, anyways, as of September 26th, which is next week, the faction rallies will be starting. They will go for a whole week and it will be ending on October 3rd around 2 a.m. I get conflicted times from different people, but as far as I know, 2 a.m. it ends, and that's when the winner is declared. If you don't know what the faction rallies are, it's basically a time for you to pledge your allegiance or pledge to whatever faction you want to pledge to. If you're new to Destiny, basically the faction were just three different groups, and pretty much the only difference is the color of the armor, and basically their a way of thinking, because if you listen to what they say, you'll get an idea of the way they think, and a lot of them didn't get along. But anyways, that's besides the point. But basically, the faction matters is a time for you to compete and let people know exactly what you represent, and pretty much take your group all the way across the line. You want if you're going for Dead Orbit, you want Dead Orbit to win. So what you do is you participate in these heroic events, you participate in strikes, nightfalls, raids, whatever you can do in order to get these coins, which you get from participating in these events, and then you can turn around and you can buy packages from your respective groups. uh, I'm not sure if you have to actually pledge to one group at a time, but basically if you do pledge to a group and your group happens to win, there's a weapon that they're pretty much holding over your head to give you an incentive to join their group. And if you do get that, I mean, the weapon is going to be available to everybody after the rally is over, but they'll have to pay a lot more than you will. You're going to get a discount on that weapon, and plus you'll have the bragging rights of knowing that your group made it across the finish line and actually took it. And basically that's in layman's term, that's basically what it's about. It's just groups participating to see who's vying, who's going to be number one. And if you go Dead Orbit, which I will, because that has always been my group. Actually, I had three different groups, and I was able to get exotic class items, but that's a whole different discussion. But basically, yeah, that's all I really wanted to tell you the about the faction rallies. There's something that it's like a theory, but I'm thinking maybe if you participate in these events now and you start stacking up on all these other coins, you know how you buy like gear from these vendors. I'm not sure if that'll work, but if I was you, maybe you should try it. Just stack up on as many coins and as many, like if you're dealing with Banshee, and you know how you break down your gear and you're able to buy like certain things with it. I would do that. I would just break down as much gear that I'm not using. I would go to every planet and I would just farm the hell out of all these events until the 26 comes. And then when the 26 comes, I would do as much events as I could. And then towards the end, I would probably go to these vendors and I would just buy everything and spend every coin. And like I said, that's just a theory. I'm not sure if it's going to work. And I'm not trying to go too far off topic, but that's just something that I thought about. Maybe that might be a way to take your group or your particular faction uh, past everybody else. But that's just a thought, a lot of things work like that. But yeah, you might want to try that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And also, the guided game starts on the same day as the rally. There's something that has something to do with oath, but basically, you go in and you help all these people. Like you help people through all these games, like strikes, nightfalls, whatever. And depending on how your group performs, not really performance, but the way you act. Basically, if I'm just gonna be, I'm just gonna break it down in layman's terms, and excuse my language, but if you're an asshole, they're gonna give you marks for that. If you jump out early, people are gonna basically report your group. I mean, you're not gonna get in trouble. It's just gonna basically say that you're not a dependable person. You're an asshole. You probably rage quit and you're not reliable. So that means people are not gonna rely on your group to take them across the finish line. They're just basically uh, you're basically an outcast. If which is kind of funny, because if you're not the type that want to help people out, then don't even participate in guided games, because people will report the fact that you're not a reliable person, and then nobody will call up on your group or your clan whatever you want to call it, but basically you won't get called on because won't nobody want to deal with a toxic, salty player. But if you're reliable and people will know, because the more people that and the more people and the more time you spend on guiding people through these games as far as strikes, nightfalls, and I know some people don't have patience, but believe me, if you want the loot and you want the things that come, the perks that come with doing this, you'll want to participate in this and you want to be on your best behavior. And it's really nothing to help nobody. Now, if you're dealing with people that are just toxic, I'm sure there's ways of reporting them if that's what you want to do. But all in all, that's basically what I wanted to cover. I know a lot of people tend to go into the story a lot, but yeah, like, oh, and also Destiny, like I said, to reiterate that fact, the Destiny servers will be shutting it down for maintenance on the 25th, which is a Monday. So that's a day before all the events start. So if you plan on playing Destiny that day, you might want to think about picking up another game or just do something else until that time comes. Oh, and this knight right here, I don't know. He usually drops like an exotic or like a high legendary engram. It's not the normal high value target. I haven't seen his name. I might actually pull it up and zoom in so you guys will be able to see it. But if you see this knight or it's like a high value target wizard but with a longer health bar, you might want to kill them if you're trying to get some extra loot. But yeah, that's basically it on that end. And yeah, this is Dead Orbit's gear. So I'm just gonna let it cycle through the gear, and I'm pretty much gonna end my talking there unless I think of something within the next few seconds. But yeah, hopefully I didn't confuse you, but I just wanted to put it in layman's terms and not go into like all these vast details that tend to confuse most people. It's like, just get to the point. The rally is the rally. You're vying for the top spot. Choose who you want to choose. And basically you can see the gear. That's New Monarchy. The first one was Dead Orbit. And I think the last ones will be, or I think Future War Code was second. That's a New Monarchy thing. Basically these weapons right here are what you can get. They're rewards. Like, depending on if you're group 1 or not. But those are the ones that give you the extra incentive. I won't lie. Dead Orbit is my pledge. It's gonna get my pledge. Of course, I'm gonna do it like I did it in Destiny 1. I spreaded my characters out throughout that. Like, one was New Monarchy, one was Dead Orbit, and one was Future War Code. Unfortunately, only two of the how should I say, two of the faction I was able to get. Oh no, actually all three I was able to get the class exotics. So yeah, this one I plan on doing the same thing and rotate it, put in a lot more work, and then so I'll be able to spread get exotic in this group, get exotic in this group, and then switch. But primarily Dead Orbit is gonna be my go-to, even though for a lot of people that know, Future War Code pretty much was the ones with like the god weapons and the god guns. New Monarchy, my bad. New Monarchy, as you can see, is lacking. But New Monarchy, just please step up your game, because hopefully you don't get stumped on this year like you did in Destiny 1. And yeah, I can't really think of nothing else that I need to cover. I covered the fact that Destiny will be down for maintenance on the 25th. I covered the fact that guided games, and you might want to get your participation on, especially if you're trying to, get your clan up there. And for those who are not in the clan, uh, join one. Just search around, take your time, and then pick the one that you think that's gonna benefit you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, sorry if I took too much of your time. I want to get this video out from my perspective and not just confuse people, because I got a little confused listening to some of my favorites. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My name is Morph the God, aka God's Wrath. If you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe, drop a like. Let me know what you think about the video. Like I said, it's like everybody else that does YouTube, it really helps out, and hopefully you like my content and may want me to do more in the future. If not, I'm still gonna do it, but it like I said, it helps out. Like, and that's pretty much it. You enjoy the rest of your night. Ladies.